And we back, people. We back. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Usually there's somebody on the other side of this to let me know something. Oh, there's people in here. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all we live. Are we live? Is everything working in action? My people that's in here don't want to talk yet. I get it. It's all right, man. But it's your boy Judah the Shooter, man. Welcome to another episode of Unofficially Retired, man, where we do all facts, no fluff. Feel me? We just give you the real. We don't do none of that fake it analysis and stuff like that. You feel me? Um, First things first. I'm going to checking these receipts. Feel me? Got to get week 7 pulled up. Oh yeah, let me start this. My bad, y'all. First, my bad for the late start. Second, my bad if I don't got as much energy as I normally got. I ain't gonna lie. Got a new job. Don't know how long I'm gonna keep it, cause that's been busting my ass. But yeah, man. I love y'all and y'all love me, so we here. We here on another beautiful, beautiful Thursday. Feel me? That was really just me stalling. Anyway, so we got because I didn't get a chance to go ahead and write up how many, uh, or let me say who won and who lost. I didn't get a chance to write that up yet, so let me go ahead and do that. Cincy won. I took Cincy. A good dub. That's one. Let's see. These Jags got smoked. New England won. Chicago. Smoked. Cleveland beat the Dolphins. Carolina beat the Jets. Vikings. Where's that game at? Vikings lost to the Eagles. Kansas City won. Giants lost. Chargers. I don't remember that game. Chargers lost. Green Bay won. Washington lost. They got smoked. Atlanta lost. And so did the Bucks. I did not have a good week, you guys. Y'all just saw me do that all in live. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I went 6 and 8 this week, you guys. Normally I'm a lot better than that. And I'll start proving it to you because I usually do like prize pick stuff on here. We'll get to that later. But Underdog now has just prop bets. So you get to bet on just straight out who win, the middle line, and the point spreads and shit like that. That's a lot. That's more so what I'm better at than just you know the prize pick stuff. But today wasn't a good week. So if you ain't never been on here before and you're on here now, you heard me go 6 and 8. Play as fuck up too. How about that? Anyway, moving on, man. Player of the week. I'm gonna just go Christian McCaffrey. I didn't really get a chance. I told y'all I didn't really get a chance to do too much of this prior to being here. I didn't get a chance to do my normal studying, but again, I love y'all and y'all love me, so I appreciate y'all for being here. I'm gonna go Christian McCaffrey, and we're gonna talk about him a little later, man. 129 yards, 2 touchdowns, 72 receiving yards. It's his first 100-yard rushing game since 2023. It's his first 200-plus yard from scrimmage performance in the last 6 years. So we had two individuals. My brother, we had D Book and JC on here going at it for their teams, and I guess CMC kind of settled that and let it be known who really who. Feel me? If y'all did not know, I'm gonna keep saying this. I'm not gonna be here long. As the pastor say in church, I won't be before you long. And again, they be lying, but I am not lying at all when I say that. Moving on, man. Big boy bet. Like I said, I got y'all. It's supposed to be prize picks. I really like Sleeper a lot more than prize picks. I don't know which one I like better, actually. I'm lying to you guys. Because prize picks payouts a little bigger. Sleepers a little more hands-on. It allows you to, I don't know, they like give you analytics and in-depth analytics. How about that? Just check out Sleeper if you never tried it out. If you need a code for me to send you, just hit me. I send it to you. We both make a little money off that. You get a deposit match, and whatever you get, I get. I think $25 or $50 or something like that in bets. Just from you signing up. So y'all hit me up if y'all need that. But anyway, this week, man, I'm going Bijan anytime touchdown versus Miami. I think we'll talk about Miami later too, but I think Miami is just ugh, they just so ugh. They ready to call it quits. So I think Bijan at the crib versus Miami. Defense is bad. Their defense is awful. He didn't really get his shit off last week against the Niners. I think he have a bounce back one. So take Bijan for anytime touchdown against Miami. Anytime you got a running back playing against Miami, you should take they anytime. And word to my peoples, like I said, Judkins is gonna have a crazy day against them, just because I know how that kind of go. Watching them play football is awful. Anyway, Josh Allen, I believe they coming off the bye. Yeah, I don't believe they played this week. Coming off the bye, give me more than 1.5. So basically, two passing touchdowns for Josh Allen against Carolina. Carolina has been winning. They're actually above 500 for the first time in a long time. They're 4-3. Bryce Young just got his second road win in his career, which is kind of crazy. His second road win in his career against the Jets last week. Who, even though I went on that rant last week, and I know some people thought I was just way too harsh on Justin Fields. I had that conversation with some of my homies, like, bro, you're wild. He's not that bad. Tell that to the Jets because they benched him. They benched him during the game, and then they benched him after. Like, Tyrod is supposed to suit up this week. Now, Justin may play. Shit, if they don't have any faith in him, he's not going to play at all, and they'll ride with the third string. But Justin may play because Tyrod has this knee injury that he suffered in practice, and now he's questionable to play this week. But I'm not the only one. His own coach, organization, and everybody thought he was thinking the shit up. So, I could be a little harsh, but that don't mean I'm lying. Feel me? Moving on, man. Baker Mayfield. I think that's just a easy line to grab at like division game in New Orleans. They're gonna have a little juice with them. I know that stadium is always jumping, no matter how the team is doing. So they're gonna have a little juice with them. But I think that brings out the best in Baker. I think the more juice you got, the more rah you gonna put into this game. He ain't gonna do nothing but reciprocate that energy. So I'm definitely taking the Bake Show with 2 touchdowns or more than 1.5 passing touchdowns against New Orleans. That secondary ain't that good. That team isn't that good. When I'm talking about the Saints, that team is just not great, in my personal opinion. And I know they beat the Giants, but it took 5 turnovers in a row for that to happen. So they ain't beat nobody else. But they look decent against the Bears. Shout out Spencer Rattler. But nah, I'm taking the Bucks. They go ahead and get that bounce back. They just took an L against the Lions, so they're gonna bounce back from that one. And get the dub along with Baker, putting on some good numbers, man. Putting on some great numbers. Excuse me. As y'all can see, man, I'm a little all over the place. I'm gonna try not to keep doing that in the mic. I know that's probably a little nasty. I'm a little under the weather. So yeah, had a hell of a week, y'all. But again, I love y'all. Y'all love me. So here we are. Moving on. Weekly Audible. The Weekly Audible. This is where I break down all the current events that's going on in the NFL, man. Everything that we might want to talk about, but don't get a chance to talk about in depth. Certain things we might skim over, but really just the bigger talking points of the NFL that week, man. So just in case y'all wasn't here last week, that's my quick rundown of what the Weekly Audible is. Weekly Audible, giant collapse. This one, I started with this one so that I can get it out the way because it hurts my feelings just thinking about it, if I'm being honest with you. It's just such a, hurts my heart. It hurts my heart. And here's why it hurts my heart. The New York Giants had an epic collapse last Sunday against the Denver Broncos. New York Giants were leading 19-0 and then 26-8 in the fourth quarter. And it was, I really want to say it's about 7 minutes. It wasn't much time left, you know what I mean? Maybe 10 minutes. Yeah, I don't got too many words, bro. I went through my emotions. I put a hole in my wall, by the way. Once Denver won that game. I didn't do it on purpose. I just kind of threw my phone like fuck this shit and it put a hole in the wall. So that should tells you how I felt about this game and about this loss because the Giants had this in the bag. They had it in their hand. And they did, unfortunately, what the Giants of old used to do. And it seems like they ain't got out of that part yet. They done fixed a few things. They ain't got out of how to figure out how to lose a football game. So, yeah, I really ain't got no words for it, but I'm gonna be professional about it. The Giants let the Broncos storm back and complete the comeback and end up with a 33-32 win. The Broncos scored 33 points in the fourth quarter. That's the most ever by a team that had been shut out through three quarters. So my question for my other co-hosts and the people in here that may have watched the game, who's more to blame for that? Who's more to blame for the epic meltdown of catastrophic proportions? Who's here for that? You know what I mean? Who's to blame for that one? Me personally, if you follow me on Twitter, you know I've been saying it all week, really since the moment the game ended, because I've been seeing everybody on Twitter fire Daboll, fire Shane Bowen, who's our defensive coordinator. I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't think the coaches are absolutely like not fit for blame, but I don't think that they should just hold all the blame in their hands. I don't think that at all. Like, um, this the same coaching staff that had you up 19-0 in this game. It'd be different if it was like, okay, first half it was this, and second half it was this. It wasn't that. It was first three quarters. It was we busting that ass. Then it was the fourth quarter, and then even maybe through a quarter, a section of the fourth quarter, the first 5 minutes of the fourth quarter or whatever. It's like we still got this shit. Like this still in the bag. We go ahead and score. I told y'all 26-8. Like we went ahead and scored right after they scored. They got the 2-point conversion. Like we just got it right back. Everything was supposed to kind of work itself out from there. But I do think that the players had the bigger hand in losing this game than the coaches. Granted, a couple people went down. Side note, yes, it's the Giants, bro. So if you ain't here, you know I ain't got no co-host today. I get to talk my shit a little bit. You feel me? um, man, I lost my train of thought a little bit, but I just think the players really, really kind of screwed that up a little bit. Not a little bit, a lot of it. I think the players just kind of thought they had it in the bag. Like they thought Denver was going to lay down. So credit to Denver for not laying down. But I'm blaming most of that on the players and not the coaches. This same coach that had you up 19-0 that had a great game plan to have you skunking them for three quarters and have your offense still at least moving the ball, scoring touchdowns on the best defense in the league. So I can't just blame the coaches. I think certain things did change. Shane Bowen was doing a lot of disguises and things in zone and things of that nature in the first quarter. And then as the game went on, he just went back to his normal shit. So I do understand that, but I'm not just gonna put this on the coaches because after the Giants offense had that very lucky, I will say that very lucky and very gifted go ahead score at the end of the fourth, leaving us with like 33, 31 seconds left, something like that. After that, everybody's worried about the play call that Shane Bowen made, the defensive coordinator, where they only rushed three people. They only sent three people after the passer, and one of them wasn't Dexter Lawrence. I do agree with y'all on, hey, at least if you're gonna do that, you need to have your best players on the field. I do agree with you on that. But I do think if we're dropping 8 people in coverage and there's 2 people by this ball, like he threw it in the area. First of all, it was an overthrow. It was an overthrow to Cortland Sutton, and Bo Nix has admitted it. It was an overthrow, and it just so happened to fall in Mim's hands. But hey, Andrew Phillips, if you get your head out your ass and don't think the play is over just because he's jogging don't mean you should jog. You should be very alert to what's going on. They have no timeouts. So like everybody's mad about him dropping 8 because it's similar to what happened to the Dallas game. The Dallas game is a little different. You understand that Brandon Aubrey can kick this ball from 65 yards. You know that already. You gave Will Lutz a chip shot, about a 30-yard field goal. That's damn near an extra point, bro. Yeah, the defense just stopped. They just weren't as aggressive. Like I said, we lost a few people. Javon Holland starting safety, Paulson Adebo starting corner. We lost some people, but that is what it is. Like the defense still should have finished that game. They still should have been able to finish that game, especially considering the offense. Even though it was gifted to you, they did what they were supposed to do, which was leave the field again with a lead. Only thing I can say about that is in hindsight, you know what I'm saying, maybe you try to take a little more points off the board. But other than that, it's like, yeah, I don't really blame the coaches other than that. They got their own faults for other shit, like the kicker situation now. That you can blame them for. So if you want to say we lost the game because of the kicker situation, which we kind of did, blame the coaches for that and the GM. I'm 100% on board. But in that game in particular, like we wouldn't have gave a fuck about the kicker. We might have talked about it. We might have skimmed over it, but he damn sure wouldn't have got cut this week had the defense just made a play at the end of the game. And I think that's what the Giants lack is consistent playmakers all over the field. And I know no team really has that, but I think sometimes we are just a lack thereof with real impact players and playmakers. But I think on that defense is full of impact players. And actually playmakers, whether or not they just haven't been making no plays this year. So, that one hurt. That one was a little rough. Again, I put a hole in my wall. That should tell you how I felt about this game. We're supposed to wrap that one up. So that'd have been 3 out of the last 4 with Dart as quarterback. He would have been 3-1. Beat the Eagles, beat the Chargers, beat the Broncos, back to back to back. Beat the Chargers, lose to the Saints, beat the Eagles, beat the Broncos. 3 out of 4, like I said, but essentially back to back to back. Like, yeah, that would have did wonders for this franchise and this organization. But now you got to bounce back, man. You got a game on Sunday against Philly. So get your shit together. Moving on. May I have this dance? And for the people that don't know, this May has an E on it because I'm talking about Drake Maye, quarterback of the New England Patriots. He has been cooking lately. Now, the Patriots, I still am not super high on them. You feel me? But it's fun to watch now. I think all these young quarterbacks that are finally starting to take their strides and things of that nature, I think it's extremely fun to watch. I think the NFL is good the NFL is better when certain teams are good. The Giants, the Patriots. As much as I don't really hate them, but as much as I don't like them, even the Cowboys, like when they're good, football is better too. Like, so it's a few teams where when you're good, like football might be the greatest sport to watch ever. But moving back to this Drake Maye, Drake Maye led the New England Patriots to a 31-13 win over the Titans. He went 21 of 23. That's amazing. 222 yards and 2 touchdowns, a 135.9 passer rating, 8 rushes for 62 yards. Safe to say, Drake Maye had himself a day. You feel me? Tennessee is a shit show, but he's done it in weeks previous, so this was just taking care of business to me. And that Tennessee defense is not bad. Like, it's not awful. It's not the way that offense is, I tell you that. So I think you went up against a decent enough defense, and you still only in your second year. Like, he looks like a vet. He looks like a real deal vet. Um, Yeah, fuck Tommy DeVito. I'm sorry. I'm going. He plays for the Patriots now, ironically, but when he was on the Giants, he won us 3 games and took us out of contention for Drake May or Jaden Daniels. So you know, now that I'm talking about Drake May, I had a relapsed feeling. So fuck Tommy DeVito too. Anyway, question: how far can Drake May take this team? Now, me personally, I don't think they going but so far. I think the AFC is. I've said it on here, top heavy, but you still got to worry about the teams at the top. Like Kansas City, look back in action. Now you may not have to run into Baltimore. You might though, depending on what Lamar looks like when he gets back. The Bills, I know they've been skidding, but I don't think they're missing the playoffs. Um, and I know they want they get back against y'all in general. I know Josh do at least. Let's see who else kind of tied. I mean, I guess the AFC is wide open. The more I think about it, like the Chargers ain't really. They seem to be lacking. Pittsburgh, I have no faith in. Houston stinks. The Jets stink. I mean, there's the Colts. I could see them beating the Colts. Um, I'm sorry, I'm dying on that hill. I've seen Daniel Jones do this before. I'm dying on that hill that they're not that good. So yeah, I can see the Patriots maybe beating the Colts, but like other than that, I don't. Yeah, I don't really see where they get in at. To be honest, well, excuse me, where they succeed once they're in, because I do believe the Patriots make the playoffs. So to answer that question, how far can Drake May take this team? I believe to the second round of the playoffs, depending on who they catch first round. I mean, if Indy keeps this run going, um, maybe get the 2 seed. They, 1, 2 seed. Patriots slide 5, 6, something like that. You know what I mean? Somewhere between that 5 through 7 range. And if they match up, I do think that they can beat them. If the Chargers slide in, I do think they can beat the Chargers as well. But other than that, I'm not really. Shit, I don't even think I mentioned Cincy. Maybe I did, but I don't think I even mentioned Cincinnati. Where it's like, excuse me, if Flacco could hold the fort down, they be all right. I see more people in here. Shout out to y'all, man. If Flacco hold the fort down, man, they'd be all right. To be completely honest with you, so I don't know. I don't think uh, Drake May can lead this team anywhere, but it's not really a knock on him. I think the AFC a little too tough, especially when it comes playoff time, and I think um, that team just might not have enough. You know what I mean? Enough firepower, enough superstar ability, enough you know maybe even experience if I think about it. The little swag that come from knowing I've been here before, knowing that I did this, knowing like when shit get rough, I know how to figure it out. Do you? Like that's the question I think somebody like a Kansas City would ask, and even if that's a stretch, I think somebody like Buffalo could ask it, or fucking Pittsburgh could even ask them that with as much experience as they got over there. So it's just like not a knock on Drake May, but I don't think Drake May takes this team very far at all. Like at all. See, moving on, man. Miami meltdown. Them damn Dolphins, man. Them damn manatees. Them tilapia. Them whiting. Whatever the hell you want to call them. They took a 31-6 L to the Browns, to the Cleveland Browns, and not your boy or Family Guy, to the actual Cleveland Browns that play football. They got absolutely destroyed in that game. Can't say I'm surprised. It was in Cleveland. It was raining for a little bit. You know, that's what you expect from Miami. I would think in the rain, Dolphins would do good in water. Those don't. Um, I don't know, man. The question is, should Miami blow it up? Should they trade everyone and start over? For people listening here, y'all can answer in the comments, but I 1,000% think yes. They should 1,000% blow this shit up. That means trade Tua. He was 12 of 23 for 100 yards. No touchdowns and 3 picks. Y'all paid that man last year. I might start with him. Please get him the fuck off my football team. Jalen Waddle, you can get something for. I know. I didn't heard some trade rumors. Giants on the wire and shit like that. I done heard some trade rumors, and it's like they could release Jalen Waddle. They want a first, but you never get what you asking for in terms of trade pieces for the most part. So maybe a second, and something for Jalen Waddle. Definitely go ahead and get rid of him when we get them picks. I don't know who's taking a chance on Tua, but you go ahead and trade him too. If you can get that off the books and you can get him the fuck out of there and you can get something in return for him, oh yeah, that's 100%. That's 100% what you want, to be honest. That's Waddle, shit, maybe even A-Chain. Just let the rookies run it. You got Quinn Ewers to play quarterback. You got Ali Gordon at running back. I'm definitely trading David A-Chain too, because I just think it's what do you do if you're a Dolphins fan? You were never supposed to be this bad. They're 1-6. They might. What are they? I was gonna say they might have the worst record in the league, but actually the Jets do. They're 0-7. But you to be in the same ballpark with the Jets, and we not talking about y'all division is insane. With the amount of talent they had on that team, at least offensively. At least offensively, I would expect y'all to look like Dallas or a little smaller version, as they call the poor man's version of it. Well, shit, Dallas already the poor man version of Cincinnati. So like the poorer man's version of it. You know what I mean? Just look competent. The Dolphins don't look competent at all. And I'm sitting here looking silly trying to find words for it, but it's just bad. That's what it is. That's the word I'm looking for. Bad. Awful. Terrible. Y'all got some more synonyms? Because I know nobody expected this from the Dolphins. Like this is insane to me. I'm mad for Dolphins fans, and I know a few, and I'm mad for them. Jalen Waddle had 1 catch and 15 yards, and somebody asked Tua in the interview. First of all, let me stop real quick. I know he's a starting quarterback of this team, and a lot of things he does matters. But can we stop asking for him at press conferences? Like, if I'm Tua, I just got paid. Next couple weeks, I might just pay the fine for refusing to go to the media. It just because it's just not worth it. It's not worth it. You throwing teammates under the bus, and you always got a million excuses, and then you come up there and apologize the next time. Like, I don't know, bro. You're not standing on business. If you was trying to throw somebody under the bus, and then shit, if you was, I don't want you as my teammate either anyway. So regardless, nigga, somebody need to keep you away from the microphone, especially with you having 100 yards and 3 picks. That shit's awful. That shit's absolutely awful, and he's been absolutely awful all year. So I don't know. But going back to the Jalen Waddle thing, he told the media that he's not that tall. So sometimes he's gonna miss Jalen Waddle because he can't see over the line or he can't see over the D line's hands or whatever the fuck he said. But he said basically he can't see. And that's the reason. That's the reason Jalen Waddle had one target for 15 yards, 1 catch for 15 yards, excuse me. That was the reason. So it sounds like Dylan. Dylan played better. I'd say Dylan had a lot of short fields. He was 13 to 18, 116. I feel you, Pops, but I don't know, man. Dylan had a lot of short fields because Tua was just so bad. Like he just kept getting the ball 50-yard line and in. So I feel you though. They are very similar. They both short. They both left-handed. They both questionable quarterbacks. I'm with you on that. I'm 100% with you on that. And I'm on the team. I'm on Team Shador anyway. So I'm with you. I want to see the boy play too. So one way or another, we gotta get that. We gotta get that together. Weekly Audible, man. This is the last topic for today. Love y'all. Like I said, for staying in here with me. You know, I'm under the weather. I started late, all that good stuff. No co-hosts. Like I said, man, y'all love me, so I love y'all. And if y'all really, really love me, man, go subscribe, go like, hit that post notification bell. Yeah, man. Also, since my pops is in here, he always tells me to do this, man. If y'all want some merch, y'all want some unofficially retired merch, hoodies, sweats, shirts, I don't know, whatever you want, I can get it. So just hit me up, man. You got my Instagram, one Judah Shooter. That's the number one JUDAHSHOOTA. Feel me on Instagram. Just hit my DMs or something. If you got my number, DM me, and we'll make that happen. Man, 49 problems, but winning ain't one. I know y'all like that 99 problems, but okay. Anyway, 49 problems, but winning ain't one, man. CMC and the 49ers ran wild on the Falcons, as a few of y'all in here tried to tell me. Feel me? Did I take the Niners? No, I took Atlanta. So y'all tried to tell me I was wrong. My bad, peoples. Um, CMC had 129 and 2 touchdowns on the ground with 72 receiving yards. This is his first 100-yard game since 2023 and his first 200-yard game from scrimmage in 6 years. So safe to say CMC was putting in some work. I know he didn't play a lot last year, but you know, he back. Is what he telling y'all. He said, I'm all right now. But the 49ers can't seem to lose, like, no matter how injured they are. Question is for y'all, are they the best team in the NFC? My people that's in here, y'all can go ahead and comment. Are they the best team in the NFC? No. In my personal opinion, I do think what they're doing is could be credited. And I was going to use the word scary, but I don't want to say it's scary because what's scary is how Brock Purdy looked when he stepped back on that field. Like, that's scary. So even though you're gonna get guys back as the year go on, they still gotta have a chemistry together. It could be better for you to continue playing these twos against, continue playing these backups. Because at least they got chemistry. They've been taking reps together all summer. Like, yeah. This is to be credited though. They are a team that goes out there, next man up, no excuses made, and they get it done. Point blank period. Um, I'm not going to say they're the best team in the NFC though. I think I said last week that the Bucks might have been the best team in the NFC. I'm gonna change my tune a little bit. I think I'm gonna go with the Lions. I think I'm gonna take the Lions as the best team in the NFC, and I think I got away from that a little bit because they didn't look the same. I had a little recency bias, but pretty much ever since Dan Campbell's taken over, after that first year, they have pretty much led every statistical category offensively, like every single one. So, and by a wide margin too. So I can't really put nobody above them. Aiden Hutchinson is looking good. The defense looked pretty good. As long as they stay healthy, I know they'll at least be serviceable. That offense is super duper duper high powered. Yeah, man, I'm going to have to say no to the 49ers being the best team in the NFC. They might be one of the top teams in the NFC. If I really, really think about it, they might be. But I think them Lions, they just get to smoking people. They just the same Bucks team that I claimed was the best last week, I believe I did. That I claimed was the best last week. They smoked them 24-9. Like, it wasn't none. Like, they just got him out the way, took care of business, handled it, suit and tie type of game. Let me get up out of here. Feel me? Um. So no, I'm gonna say the 49ers are not the best team in the NFC, but they are damn sure a scary team to play in the playoffs. I guess if anybody, if everybody come back, I think Fred Warner's done for the year though, so that's a huge blow. That's a huge blow. Um. Yeah, I don't know. That's it. That's all I got. That's all I got on the 49ers front, to be completely honest with you. I just think they're really, really good. They're a really, really good football team, but I don't know how far I see them going, especially with Shanahan as the coach, who seems to not put his best play calling performance up front when the game is on the line and when they gotta have it, they don't normally have it. So, you know, I'm gonna just leave it at they're not the best team in the NFC, and I'm gonna reserve that for the Lions. Moving on, man. Last thing we got today, locker shock. I went 6-8 last week, people. I can't. Oh, there it goes. I found it. Let me do some math. Dang, I went 6-8, 2 weeks in a row. Oh, that's dirt. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, but I'm 50-38-3. I got 3 ties. It was an actual real tie in that Dallas and Packers game, and then the 2 other ties came from me not picking a game Thursday night and Friday of the beginning of the season, week 1. So I'm 50-38-3. We 12 games over 500. I'm not too mad at it, Like I said, I'm gonna start showing y'all because uh, Underdog is allowing us to do like spread picks and things of that nature, and just kind of pick the team, go middle line, bet the odds on that. So yeah, I'm gonna just prove it to y'all with with a little money. Coming here in the podcast all different, you know what I mean? Look different, feel different. You know, I've been on Underdog making some money. Now, you feel me? So we're gonna do these locker shock, man. We're gonna get up out of here. I'm gonna put it on the screen for y'all this time. Let me take this down so you can actually see. Can't do my Giants like that. You feel me? Week 8 tonight, man. We got Minnesota at the Chargers in LA. Oh, both teams coming off the L. Yikes. I think Khalil Mack is back. I don't know how healthy that Chargers offensive line is right now. So with that being said, I'm going to take Minnesota. I'm going to take Minnesota just kind of off the strength of the fact that I don't know what that Chargers offensive line looks like. Yeah, I don't know if Joe Alt came back or Sean Slater's gone for the year. I don't know if Makai Becton came back. Like I'm a little lost with what they got going on. 1:00, man. We got Miami at Atlanta. If you saw my picks of the week, let me pull that back up for y'all real quick. Saw my picks of the week. I got Bijan going for an anytime touchdown with them. So I'm definitely gonna go ahead and rock out with Atlanta on this one. Pop's taking Minnesota too. I ain't mad at you. Yeah, I'm gonna take Atlanta on this one. Uh, Miami, I just went on a whole rant about how bad they are, and the last time I did that about a team and a quarterback, the team lost to a quarterback that only got one career road victory. So I blacked on the Jets and Justin Fields last week. They lost to Bryce Young and the Panthers the following week. So yeah, I just blacked on Miami. I can't pick them. So I'm gonna take Atlanta on that one. Jets at Cincinnati. Ooh wee. I'm taking Cincinnati. I'm taking Wacko Flacco again. I think he can right the ship for a little bit. Puss took the Dirty Birds and he took the Jets. That quarterback situation over at the Jets, that I don't know about that one. I don't know if you want to do that one. You might want to rethink it. Justin Fields got benched in the game, and he got benched like during the year. They told him he's not playing this week. They told Tyrod he was going to play, but Tyrod got hurt in practice. So we don't know who's going to play. Might be a hurt Tyrod Taylor. It might be Justin Fields, which might be worse than a hurt Tyrod Taylor, or it could just be whoever their emergency third quarterback is. So we will see. Cleveland coming off a really good. Oh no, I'm skipping one. Chicago at Baltimore. I think we put a lot of pressure on like the greats as soon as they come back, and I think we're just expecting Lamar to be himself when he come back. Now maybe the hamstring thing wasn't that serious, and they just took precautions and was like, "No, we definitely gonna need you down the stretch. So sit these couple games." But excuse me. But I'm not sure if that was the case. So when he comes back, I mean, it would be unfair of me to say he's supposed to be MVP form Lamar. Um, Yeah. But all that being said, he is back, and they in Baltimore, and they got some of their defensive players back. I'm taking the Ravens, man. All that being said, I can't trust the Bears or Caleb. Going real quick. My pop said miracles. So yes, miracles do happen, and the Jets need one bad. They need a Christmas miracle. They need a Thanksgiving one. They need all miracles. They need to just go to church. They need all the prayers they can get. Uh, Cleveland at New England. I'm taking New England. I think Cleveland had a real good one. They had a real good win. Might be feeling themselves a little bit, but they in New England. I do think I was talking good about Drake May earlier, and I think this is gonna be a real test for him. It's gonna be this a real defense. Now, as much as Cleveland offense is trash, this defense is amazing, and it has been for years. So Drake May, you got your work cut out for you this weekend. I'm still gonna ride with New England, but you got your work cut out for you, buddy. Um, I do think Dylan as well has his work cut out for him. Since we was talking about Dylan earlier, that I think he has his work cut out for him too, because Vrabel and that Patriots defense, they ain't just gonna let him have his way. Um, he ain't been having his way, but they definitely gonna make it hard on him, in my opinion. So Patriots, you agree with me on that one? We got Giants at Philly. Of course, I'm taking the Giants. There's no real conversation for this one. Um, how about I do this one, Dad? I'm gonna just mute myself. You feel me? I ain't wanna do too much loud cussing, but if you could read lips, you know exactly what I said. Forget them birds. You feel me? Uh, go Giants, man. Go Big Blue. We had a rough one on Sunday, and I put a hole in my wall. But make up for it, and I might patch the hole in my wall. Anyway, San Francisco at Houston. I can't see y'all. I'm sorry. San Francisco at Houston. I'm taking San Francisco, man. I'm taking the 49ers. That Houston team that Houston offense is bad. And I think it's because of their O line struggles, but I can't really say that no more after some stats I seen today. CJ Stroud in his last 17 starts, he's 7-10. His win loss record is 7-10. Texans point per game is 20. His completion percentage is 62. Passing yards per game is barely over 200 at 203. Total touchdowns to total turnovers 19 to 15, and he got an 83.9 passer rating. That is not elite. That is not what we are used to seeing from him. I do think that line has a huge part of that. I think he is a little broken. Like, if you constantly under duress and you constantly getting killed, that takes a lot of mental fortitude. And I think he has it, but I think with your play, you'll start to do things that you don't even notice. Maybe drift in the pocket a little more, throw it a little earlier than you wanted to because you know you can't hold this football. You know what I'm saying? Running and got to scramble left, might dirt a ball because you feel the pressure behind you because backside ain't hold it. They block. Like, it's a lot of things that go into that. Trust me, I've had plenty of bad offensive lines rooting for the Giants, but I don't know. So I'm gonna just take the 49ers in that one. My pops took Houston. Yeah, I mean, again, miracles. Uh, Buffalo at Carolina. I'm taking Buffalo. I think they bounce back. They get off the snide off of off the bye week. I know they're gonna feel some type of way. They're gonna come in here and get that dub. Sorry, Carolina, but your fun is over. You back to 500 at least, 4-4. You're not over 500, but you'll be back to 500. The scary part for the Bills, though, the scary part for Buffalo is Bryce Young may not play. And I know that sounds weird because he's their starting quarterback, but Andy Dalton is the backup. And when you got to actually play a vet, they know the system, they know what they're doing. It can get a little crazy. We know what Andy Dalton did was that last year when he had to step in for a little bit, or maybe I think it was last year where he had to step in for a little bit. He threw for 300. So this can get real interesting. Um, Tampa at New Orleans. I think I already picked them kind of early when I picked Fake Show. So we're gonna take Tampa. Yep, pick Baker right here. So definitely riding with Tampa. Um, Tennessee at Indy. That's rough. Daniel Jones keep getting off, bro. He keep getting off, but it's all right because all y'all Colts fans gonna see. And I know some people from Indiana in here, or they used to live in Indiana. and I hope y'all not Colts fans. And if y'all are, uh, doom is coming. Doom be upon you. God damn it, it's coming. I promise. Don't put no trust in Indiana Jones as y'all have been calling him. Dallas at Denver. Uh, Denver's not that good. I'm just say that 100%. They're not that good. That defense is good, but they're not that good. Um, that offense is actually terrible. I told y'all on here, I'm not scared of that offense in the slightest. So Dallas defense may actually like hold up a little bit, but they in Denver, so I'll take Denver. It's very hard for me to pick winners in my division. I'm sorry, y'all. The night game, you got Green Bay at Pittsburgh, Aaron Rodgers revenge game, and we in Pittsburgh. I've had this whole like vendetta against the Steelers for being old and just incorporating more old people. So me personally, I'm just willing to die on that hill. So I would take Green Bay. Micah just had, I believe, a career high 3 sacks last game. So I think you got another standstill guy back there. That line ain't the best, but they have been getting the ball out quick, so it'll be interesting to see. Um, yeah, forget the AARP club though. I'm cool on them. Uh, Pops took the Steelers. You also took Tampa and Buffalo. That's cool. That's cool. Tampa. We kind of on the same page. We're on the same page. Then you took KC for this last game Monday. 8:15 Kansas Washington at Kansas City. I'm taking Kansas City too, not only because it's hard for me to pick teams in my division, but because Jaden Daniels is not playing. So it's going to be Marcus Mariota against the Chiefs and Marcus Mariota versus Patrick Mahomes if we like to put quarterback versus quarterback. So, pretty simple who I'm taking in that one. Excuse me. Um, so yeah, man, it's been real. It's been fun. I've had a blast with you guys. I ain't gonna lie. Just been me today, but y'all made it entertaining. Shout out Pop, shout out Bay, shout out whoever else in here. The only 2 people that commented. So there's a few more of y'all in here. Another great episode. I appreciate that praise. I love you. I appreciate that. Yeah. Sorry for all the sniffling and whatnot, man. I'm under the weather. Work kicking my behind. So like I said at the beginning, man, I love y'all and y'all love me. That's why I'm here. So that's it. That's all I got for you. I appreciate y'all. Watch me just do very